Hi, this is Mary from Teacher's Pet Dog Training. Today we're going to talk to you about setting boundaries for your dog in the house. One of the first things you want to do when you bring a dog home is you want to actually have a leash on them so that when you are going through the house you're guiding them. That way the dog doesn't have free rein over moving and doing things that maybe you're not happy about him doing. This way he's connected to you in some way and you're being gentle about it. You simply attach him to your body with the leash, and now as you're moving around the house the dog's kind of hanging out with you. He's staying in general areas he's supposed to. You won't make a mistake and go to the bathroom in the house. He won't get a hold of something and chew on it. He won't jump up on a piece of furniture that you don't want him on. And this way you have some guidance and you can help him with sort of establishing those rules and boundaries around your home. What do you do in a situation where maybe your dog gets up on the bed or the couch or chair and then doesn't really want to get down? Probably the most common thing that we do is we tend to ask the dog to get off something, and then if they don't comply pretty quickly, we tend to take our hand and we either grab them by the collar or by the scruff to try to actually push them off or pull them off. So the solution to this is you want to use your tools. You have a collar, that's a tool, just a flat collar, and you have a leash. So you'll actually connect the leash to the dog and let the dog wander around the house with the leash on and the collar, and practice situations where the dog is on his bed, the dog is sitting on the floor, the dog's in places where you want them to be. Take the leash, ask them to come, low inviting energy, and then give them a treat for complying and coming with you. Then, if the dog ends up coming up onto the couch or onto the bed, you now have the dog on a leash. You simply take the leash, gently encourage the dog to come off with your voice first, and then use a treat when the dog jumps down off the bed so that you're giving the dog an alternative place to go to and you're rewarding him for coming off of an object that you don't want him onto. Then in time you can pair by first adding the word off or down, whatever word you want, with that helping him, guiding him off with a leash, and then also marking and rewarding. We're going to end with one last scenario. You come home, you don't happen to have a leash on the dog, you don't have a collar on the dog is either on the bed or on the couch or a chair, somewhere where you're not real thrilled where your dog is at. So in this situation, let's just say you don't have these tools and you want to encourage your dog not to be on there, but encourage your dog to do the right thing. So here's where I am going to make sure that I have some type of a treat. I'm going to make myself low and inviting, and I'm going to encourage her without using my hands on her to go to the place I want her to. And then I'm going to busy her up on the area that I would like for her to lay down and get comfortable and then stay off of the couch. So it's going to look something like this. She's on the couch. I simply get my tool that I'm going to use, which is a Kong that I'm going to fill with a little bit of cheese. I'm going to make myself low and inviting. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So now, instead of her jumping right up off the bed, I have her on her bed where we want her to be. I've given her something to keep her busy, and I didn't have to fight or struggle with her to come off the bed. There was no growling, there was no nipping, there was no defying, no pulling away or shying away or bouncing around all over the couch. This way I got what I wanted, I showed her what I wanted her to do, and then I gave her something to keep her busy on that as a reward system, so that she would get comfortable and spend some time on that. The key thing here is we want to be consistent with our dog, and we want to be consistent with the rules that are in our home. Bottom line is we may not want our dogs on the furniture if that's something that you choose. So we make sure that we're fair. Again, we're not using our hands as a tool to pull or grab their collars or their bodies to pull them off. We simply make ourselves low and inviting, either by using the leash and our body language, and then have some type of a place you want them to go to and a little reward, something to keep them busy once they're on there. This way the dog's going to find coming here is a lovely place to be, whereas the couch, again, there wasn't a punishment associated with it, but it's just reinforcing the area and the boundaries that we want the dog to be on. Again, as we try these things and we're consistent with them, then they will become a habit for the dog. Hope that helps. Have a great time. Your dog will love you for it.